Welcome to King Says So, a channel that advocates for one Africa, one land, one Africa, one language, one Africa, one currency, one Africa, one army. I wish to witness Africans all around the world united as one in our lifetime. Enjoy. So I ask the SG and the President to please step forward and for the SG to hand the report to the President. Please face that way. Thank you.
Mello. Mr. President, I have work for you. These are not just the results of the census. This is work. I'm not lazy. I have presents for the minister and the deputy ministers. Yes. So it's work that they are going to take. In this work, it's the way, Mr. President, we have the media release, we have the actual count, even the post-enumeration survey that talks to the quality of the data that were produced. So let me hand over to the minister in front of you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you, SG.
And I want to hand over to the deputy ministers in front of you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Deputy Minister Muholo and Deputy Minister Mutau. I must admit the two deputy ministers, Mr. President, keep us a lot at work. Even when we were preparing for the release of these results over the weekend, they demanded data, but I could not give them this data. I gave them the old data, waiting to release this in front of the nation. Thank you indeed.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy King053, Mr. Easy Imali, Enengi. Greetings to all my African brothers around the world. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I want to speak something very interesting happened. Mr. Maluleke, the general, I think we can call him the general, the GM, general manager of Statistics South Africa, has finally released the long-awaited 2022 census of South Africa. What is that? Well, in South Africa, there is a what do we call a department that is responsible of counting everyone within the borders of South Africa. So what they will do, they will employ about 1,000 foot soldiers or field workers that will go through the whole of South Africa, doing a door-to-door knocking and counting people, interviewing people. I don't know. Maybe it's me or what, but I've never seen those people. Well, I've seen them around, but they've never been to my house. If they have never counted you, can you go in the comment section and tell me where do you stay? And why is it these people have never reached us? Because for me, they have never reached me. So maybe for some of us who are on the databases of government and all of that, they can count us maybe digitally. I don't know how they conduct their census. So census is something that they perform. They call it a population and housing census. They count us every, I want to say 10 years. They started in 1994, and then they counted us again in 2001 and in 2011 and again in 2024. And like I said, the aim is just to make sure that they count everyone within the borders of South Africa. Such a difficult work to do, eh? Such a, I would almost say almost close to an impossible task to count everyone within a period of time. They did a good job, because at the end of the day, you will never be 100% accurate, but I think we can trust the census that it is close to 100% in terms of its accuracy. So another interesting thing that Stats South Africa has taken out is that 2.4 million migrants stay in South Africa. So from that 2.4, about 45% are Zimbabweans. Excuse me, guys. I think I'm catching a cold or something. So I've been running up and down in the mountains of Springbok. Today I've been working at the border of Namibia, working around there. We've got some offices there, some land stretching throughout the whole border, Department of Environment. So we're busy everywhere. So these migrants, they 45% of them are Zimbabweans. So, of all the people that are not from South Africa who stay in South Africa, our brothers and sisters, they say 45% of them is Zimbabweans. I I can kind of agree with that, but also I think it is easier to count Zimbabweans because even though most of them are here illegally, some of them are here illegally. Most of them have got papers. Zimbabweans, even though they are expired working permits or whatever, but you are able to count Zimbabweans. It's people like you can count on. So and then followed obviously by Mozambique and Lesotho. I don't meet a lot of Mozambican people, and I'm here in Northern Cape, so I should be meeting them, but I don't meet a lot of them. Such wonderful people, the Mozambican people. The few that I know, very nice people, very intelligent, down to earth people. So when it comes to the provinces, we are dealing with Gauteng. Gauteng, guys, Gauteng is a country on its own. 15 million people staying in Gauteng. That's crazy. That's crazy. 15 million staying in Gauteng, and then of course it's followed by KZN, which 12 million. That's also crazy. That's a lot of people. 12 million people, and obviously the Western Cape, I think it has 7.4, and then the Eastern Cape has 7.2. We've got Limpopo with 6.5 million, and then Mpumalanga, my birth province, with 5.1 million, and then what you call Northwest has got more people than uh, than Free State. That's amazing. Northwest is somewhere at 3.8 million, and then looks like Free State is at 3, and this one I don't believe. Northern Cape at 1.4 million. It cannot be. That is why I say these people did not count me. I don't think these people counted me. These people did not do because I know the limitations that census people will have in terms of accessing farms and everything like that in the Northern Cape. Northern Cape is carrying one of the most racist Afrikaners you can get anywhere in South Africa, and they are basically untouched here. Us and the Free State, you get the raw, that apartheid racism that you still get here in the Northern Cape. So, in terms of the population, I'm sure you guys saw that we are now 62 million. Uh, and from that 62 million, 81% of which is about 50 million are black African people staying in South Africa. This is what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to speak about this. And then we've got coloreds who are about 5 million. And then 1.7 million is about Indians and Asians and others. And then the interesting thing is this one that says white people are 9% of South Africa. Went from 9% to 7%. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. When you are the PA, which is a pro-colored party, the whole population of South Africa has only 5 million colored people. You understand what I'm saying? So if all the colored people voted for the PA, for Gayton Mackenzie, he still would not be president in South Africa. You understand what I'm saying? That is why you should not have, if you are not advocating for Africanism, which means black people. There is no other ethnic group in South Africa that you can rely on to get a majority or get any type of power out the ANC government. White people have went from 9% in 2011 to 7.3%. This is very interesting. White people are leaving South Africa. White people are leaving South Africa. According to the stats, not according to me. It's true. I've seen last year, December, was the a program on ENCA that was about looking for greener pastures, something like that. And white people were leaving who left for Canada and other places. They came back and they said, listen, it's not nice there. They came back. But there are those who are staying there. Now, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. The white people who are leaving South Africa are not the people who own our minerals and our farms and everything, are just the rich white people who got rich through the bloodline, their generation and their profession. And they've got money, they've got land to sell and everything. Those are the people that are leaving South Africa. It very racist people who are saying, no, we can't stay with these monkeys anymore. We're going to leave South Africa. Most of them, they feel unsafe, but the reason why they are leaving is the fear that black people will do to them what they did to black people. That fear, it makes them, they can't sleep. They cannot sleep. Excuse me. They cannot sleep because of that fear that because some left when Nelson Mandela became president, they left. The population of white people have been dropping ever since. I think comes from 12%, 10%, 9%. Now we are at 7%. So meaning the next census, it should be close to 5% that will be left. But it is this small population. It is not even the 7%. It is maybe 0.5% which owns the minerals and which owns the power, the land in South Africa. It's not all of them. It's not this 7%. 6% of them are just normal people like me and you. I mean, Orania has got what, 20,000 people? That's nothing. It's a 0 point something percent. It's nothing. Those are the racist white people who are saying we want to stay alone in Orania. We don't want to mix with anyone. We want our own currency and everything. So it's very interesting for me that the population of white people is going down. So if you are the DA and you want to win elections, am I very clear, guys? On the light here. If you are the DA and you want to win elections, you have to steal from the black population. You have to steal votes from the black population. There is no way you're going to win an election chasing after the white vote. Absolutely no way. It's not going to happen. Not in South Africa. 81% of South Africans are Africans. 81%. So you have to go steal votes from there, from those people. And remember, about 25 million people register to vote. From that 25 million people that register to vote, from the white population, it's less than 3% that can vote, meaning that are over the age of 18. So you have to consider that also. From the last elections, which was 22 to 25, 22 million people that voted, the ANC got 10 million of people to vote for them. The EFF got 1.8 million. The DA got 2.8 million. Is it 3.2 million or something like that? I stand corrected. I'll post the numbers as I'm speaking. So it's very interesting to see that. How do you feel about that? The population of white people is declining in South Africa. They are leaving one by one. We don't have to fight them. They are busy living one by one. The ones who can't leave are going to Orania to go and isolate. They don't want to stay with black people. And the ones who don't have a problem are in the towns. Excuse me. They are working. They're working. They don't have an issue. They are there working, doing what they do best. They don't have a problem with anyone. Understand? Because we can't put all white people in one box and say all of them are racist, all of them are out to get us, and that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I work with some incredible white people, and I work with some shitty white people. In fact, tomorrow I'm meeting one shitty one. I'm going to deal with him. So yes, I can tell you about the male and female in 1996. When we had 40 million people in South Africa, females was 51 and males was 48. In 2001, females then jumped to 52% and males was like 47%. And then in 2011, it went back again to 51% was females and 48% was males, and the population was about 51 million at that time. And this time we are 62 million in South Africa. The females are still at 51% and males at 48%. That is just, I wanted to do a video about that. I'm going to look deeper into the stats in terms of unemployment, where people stay and everything. But one thing for sure, I don't believe that Northern Cape is only 1.4. What is it? Is it 1.4 million? 1.4 million people. Don't believe that. I don't believe a province's population can be stagnant for so long. It can't be. It's not possible. It's not possible. We're not moving in Northern Cape. What's wrong with Northern Cape? Understand? So as politicians, you take this data and then you make sure that you target your potential voters properly. If I'm in the DA, I'm not gonna concentrate even on the colored vote. They're in the minority. I'm concentrating on the black vote. I'm concentrating on the black vote. The black people are the ones that can make you win elections. Why? They are 81% of the population. You understand? Focus on them. Focus on them. And for most of our African brothers, it's easy to buy them because they are in the rural areas. You buy them with free shirts, food parcels, fixing their house, their gate. They're giving them water, a borehole, fixing a long drop toilet and putting a flushing toilet in the school system. You know, there's so many stunts that political parties can perform in order to gain votes. Very easy. In fact, I don't know why is it that they are finding hard to do these small things. Building a small bridge. You know, there's children that are crossing rivers to go to school. Building a bridge is gonna cost you 200, 400,000. You know, you put in some money and buy the votes. The people they want to see, someone buying the votes. They want to see someone who pretends to care, and they will vote for that person. So yes, that's what I wanted to say, guys. Congratulations to Mr. Maluleke, who guided this whole thing. The whole team of Statistics South Africa, they did a good job. We're gonna see them, I think, again somewhere in 2032 or something like that. Thank you, guys. If you are new on the channel, please consider to subscribe. We're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. That's a very big goal to reach. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. Just know your boy King053 salutes you.
Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy the content, leave your thoughts on the comment section and hit the like and subscribe button, and we will meet on the next one.